Hello, hello. It's Carol Carter Clues, and welcome to Leslie at Large. And we are in for a treat today because Leslie is going to give us a sneak preview of an upcoming special event. Leslie, come on in and tell us all about it. How are you?
I am great. How are you, Carter?
I am good, thank you. I am good. Yes, yes. I'm up here
I'm
in
back
chilly
in
North.
Nicaragua.
What'd you say?
I said, I'm back in Nicaragua. I'm still in my tank tops.
It's fantastic. And I'm here in cold York in my sweatshirt. So life is not fair. Life is not fair. So what do you have coming up that we can let our people be some of the very, very first to know about? It's fantastic.
Well, it is. It's exciting. I can't believe we're in fourth quarter. It's October. Things are moving quickly. I'm headed back to Belize in a few weeks. So that'll probably be my last trip to Belize for the year. But we have been in talks and planning our discovery tours for the first of next year. So guess
Excellent.
what? January 7th through the 14th of 2023, we will be having a Nicaragua discovery tour. So what does
And
that mean?
yes, I was just going to ask, what does that mean? A Nicaragua discovery tour?
Yes, it's a fun time, let me tell you. Let me just kind of paint the picture. We can talk about all the fun, great things we're going to do. But basically, this time it will be 7 nights of accommodations,
Wow.
transportation in country, meals, snacks, cultural activities, unlimited access to true international experts to really dive into, all your questions about Nicaragua. Um, yeah, all of that fun activity. So you basically fly into Managua. And of course, I've given you a lot of tips and tricks what to do to get into Managua,
Yes.
but we can I'll highlight just a few to remind people if we have new people listening in or watching. So coming into Managua, the flights, the best way right now, of course, this will be in January. So by then we should have some more of these airlines opened up. Right now, like I said, Avianca has been the tried and true airline.
All right.
If you're coming from the US or even from Canada, just get to Miami. If you can get to Miami, then from there, it's just easier to book a very quick direct flight, a little over 2 hours from Miami to Managua on Avianca. Now, keep an
Fantastic.
eye.
And it
Yeah,
was cheap. And it was cheap, if I
yes, it's
recall.
really been quite reasonable. I think they're starting to come down in price a little bit because they know these other airlines are about to start coming back, so
Good.
competition is coming, which is good for everyone. American Airlines is slated to come back the end of November. I think Spirit Airlines out of Fort Lauderdale is the
Oh,
1st
good.
of December. Then we have talks. There's rumors now that Delta and United are in talks also, maybe for first of the year. So probably
Wow.
by January, you're going to have a couple more options, which is great for everyone. But
Good.
once you land, come from Miami to Managua, my best advice, and I did it when I flew in just a few days ago, is use the VIP service when you land in Managua. You'll come off the plane. You'll let them check your, whatever all the COVID, whatever they have to do now. You walk through that, you come down these stairs, and you're going to see someone standing there with a VIP sign. Now, it's going to have someone else's name on it, but guess what? That's okay. You can just walk up to them and say, hey, I want to do VIP. And then you're going to give them your passport. It's simple. Give them your passport, your baggage, tickets, claim checks, and your $10 tourist visa fee, and the form that you have filled out for immigrations. They
Right.
take all of that and they go stand in line for immigration. They clear you. They get your
Wow.
tourist visa stamp. They go to baggage claim and wait and get your bags. And guess what you're doing during all of this going on that you're not having to deal with? They escort you to a little private area. You run your carry-ons through the scanner or whatever. You walk up these stairs. You sit down in a lovely room. You have a nice bathroom. You have a gentleman come over and offer you a drink. They bring you some peanuts. Then they bring you a little sandwich and chips if it's the right time of day. And you sit there just chilling out, maybe messaging, letting people know you've arrived safely. And then they come in and they say, ask you if you're going to pay with cash or credit card, because it is a fee for the VIP, but it's like $34.50.
Right.
I I highly recommend it for the ease, especially if you're maybe not fluent in Spanish or get a little anxious coming to a foreign country for the first time. It just takes all of that out of the equation. And then they come get you and say, we're ready for you, Miss Lawrence. And they walk you through a different, you don't pass by where all the people are, doing their bags and like crowded at the end of the airport. No, they walk you out a very quiet, really nice other side door. And your bags are just waiting there on the curb for your driver to pick you up. It's amazing.
Quick question. You said, let me back up a second. You said they'll have a sign that says VIP, but it'll have someone else's name. What does that mean?
Well,
I mean,
yeah, because other people have signed up in advance. But guess what? You don't have to sign up in advance. You can just walk over there and do it on the spot. Because I would always see it when I would fly in, and I would think, man, how are you signing up for this thing? And I didn't know. And then somebody goes, no, you don't have to sign up in advance. Just walk over there and tell them that you want to do it.
Fantastic. So it may say Jose Rodriguez, but it's good enough for Leslie Lawrence and Carter Clues. I like it. I like that.
It works.
Excellent. Good. All right.
Yeah. So, and guess what? Then everything, once you get there, everything's going to be taken care of. So you're going to be picked up. Let me get over where I can look at my cheat notes so I don't get this wrong. But when
which one of your sons is that in the background yelling to you?
You hear that, don't you? I was hoping maybe you didn't. That would be my most recent, my very vocal Lucky. And what I'm thinking has happened, I'm just guessing. I'm thinking either he's hearing me now, or there was a neighbor dog that came around to the other side. And he's obviously very protective of his home, which I appreciate. But there are some times that I just wish I could go, okay, Lucky, like zip it. And this would be one of those times.
We know you love your 3 dog children, so we're fine with it. It is not a problem. All right. Okay. So now went through VIP. I've come down for the Nicaragua Discovery Tour for 7 days. And how do I get to Gran Pacifica now?
Well, here's what we're going to do. Hold off. We're not going there quite yet. We're going to get there. So You're going to arrive on Saturday into Managua. Then we're going to transport you to the Hyatt Place Hotel. And that's the one that I love to stay at. It's over by the Galleria. It's a great area. And it's lovely. The customer service there is wonderful. So we're going to transport you there. You're going to get all settled in. And then we're going to have a dinner that night together, a group dinner. You'll stay overnight at the Hyatt Place. And then Sunday morning, they have a great, like a huge breakfast in the mornings at the Hyatt Place. Like, I mean, excellent. Amazing spread for you to go through. So yeah, I highly recommend it. So we'll do that as a group. We'll have kind of some welcome remarks, talk about the country, kind of, what to expect, that kind of thing. And then we're going to let you kind of experience some of the things in Managua. So people, are always curious, what's available, what's around shopping wise. You're right there across from the Galleria's Mall. You're going to see what shopping experiences would be like in the country. We're going to take you on a tour like the medical facilities, so you can see one of the hospitals. Vivian Palis is one of the, really nice hospitals. People want to kind of know what to expect since it's a different country. So we're going to go to all those things. Like Sensa is what we would consider like a Home Depot. It's very similar. So we're just going to take you around Managua to some different areas so you can really get a feel for, what is available here in the country.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes. Then of course we love to eat. So we're going to have lunch together, and then we're going to head to Gran Pacifica to get settled in here on the property.
So first day and first night, we're in Managua, the gorgeous hotel, and getting to see what Managua is all about. Excellent.
Exactly.
All right. Now we're on the way.
Then we're on the way. Then we get settled in Gran Pacifica, let everybody kind of relax, unpack, unwind, and then we'll have cocktails at sunset, because I have to say these are some of the most beautiful sunsets you will ever experience it. And at that time of year in January, it is a wonderful time to come. we're on the tail end of rainy season here. You can see today we actually have sunshine, so that was wonderful. It has been a very rainy season, but January is one of my favorite times of year here, so you'll definitely want to come and experience that. We'll have, dinner at Sea Salt under the stars. It'll be fabulous. So that is Sunday. And then on to Magnificent Monday. We'll all get together and have breakfast at Sea Salt. Then we'll really take a tour of Gran Pacifica, all the different communities that we have to offer here. So you can really experience and get a feel for, which of those communities would be a right fit for you.
Nice.
And about the food again, we're going to have lunch again. We like to eat. We're going to have a nice lunch together, have some different options, and then you'll really have some time just to relax and have some free time. Whether you like golf or massages or horseback riding, whatever it is, you can experience some of the amenities here at Gran Pacifica.
Now, are we a Sunday now?
We are on Monday.
Oh, we're on Monday. I'm sorry, I lost a day here. Now, on that Monday, I can actually go out onto the golf course and play around the golf. Right, and go horseback riding.
Whatever you like. You can take surfing lessons. You can just walk the beach, read a book. You can hang out at the pool. Again, whatever if you've never played frisbee golf, you can try that. We have grass tennis court. You can play tennis. We have a little soccer field. So there are a lot of things that you can do.
Good. All right.
Okay. All right. And then, of course, we're going to meet back up for those sunsets and dinner and just come together as a group and be there to answer questions for everyone.
It's fantastic. Now, is there at the dinner, is there a speaker or anything at the dinner or a group discussion session?
Yeah, so the dinners are there. I mean, most of it's pretty low key. I've been on several of these discovery tours in Belize and in Nicaragua. It's really just a time to get to know everyone. Sometimes we'll invite other residents or other people that would have some good information to share, but it's really low key and, it's just a time for us to visit and you to ask questions. Usually I come or one of my, on-site consultants comes so they can answer questions about what life is like here in Nicaragua and at Gran Pacifica. Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. So we ready for Tuesday?
We're ready for Tuesday. Yes.
Okay. So Tuesday, got to start your day right with the nice breakfast. So we'll do that.
Good.
Then we're going to load up and we're going to go outside the gates of Gran Pacifica. And what I like to say, really go out into some of the local communities and see what it's like outside the gates and maybe some of the places you would be shopping and going. So we're going to go to Masaya. Remember, that's the fishing village where you can get amazing fresh fish. So we'll go wander around there for a bit, let you see the town, and then that's where we'll have lunch. And then we'll also go to San Rafael. So those are two communities. When you go outside the gate, you kind of drive for a little ways and you come to a split in the road. If you go right, you go to Masaya, and if you go left, you go to San Rafael. So we'll go kind of experience.
These are real Honduran, real Nicaraguan communities.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and you can just walk around the towns. Like in San Rafael, they have this huge mercado, and you can just walk around and see all the different things. Of course, tons of just wonderful fresh fruits and vegetables and all of that. And you can just see what the town is like that the locals are living in. And again, San Rafael is where a lot of us go to shop because it's closer than Managua. So, we just want you to see what's available close by.
Excellent.
For sure. I love it. Yeah, so we do that for a little bit, and then guess what? We come back to give you a little bit more free time here at Gran Pacifica, where maybe you played golf on Monday and maybe you want to get a massage on Tuesday, then that's what you can do. You can take your pick.
Fantastic. You know what I like? I like the fact that you leave time for people to do their own thing. It's not like so people don't feel hurted. Okay. Sometimes you go somewhere, it's like, okay, now at 2:00 we're all going to, it's like, oh, wait. But you're letting people enjoy themselves, enjoy the leisure, and get the feel for it.
Right.
Beautiful.
Well,
all right.
We recognize that, yes, it's a discovery tour for them. It's, a trip to explore the possibility of maybe if this country's right, for possible investment or for moving there. But we also recognize they're taking time off work. It's also kind of like a vacation too. So we want to kind of have a happy balance in there for people.
Excellent.
for
I
sure.
love it.
All right. So moving on to Wednesday. So again, start the day right with breakfast. And
Yes.
then this is a fun one. Leon is about an hour from here.
Ooh,
And
nice.
yes, outside of Leon, there is the Florida Cana rum tour. And I personally have not got to do it yet, and I'm really jealous. So I'm going to go on it this time because I have not got to do it yet, and I've heard great things about it from clients and from residents that have gone. They say it's just a highlight and like it's a must do when you come to Nicaragua. I've been to Leon and I've done other things. I just haven't made the time yet to do that. But they're going to get to go tour the factory and do all of that. Lunch is included in the rum factory tour. And like I said, if you know rum or know Nicaragua, you know Florida Cana. It was so fun for me when I was in Miami a couple days. I was at a Cuban restaurant and I looked up at the bar and I got so excited. I saw like a whole row of Florida Cana and I was like, oh, there we go.
Wow.
Nicaragua's represented in Miami.
Yeah. Very, very, very well-known rum. Very well-known rum. Top of the line. And so you got to go tour is the rum place called a distillery?
I don't know. It sounds right. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think it's a brewery. That's beer. So maybe still nice.
Maybe.
And you probably get
right.
a little sample. You probably get a little, I would bet.
Yes.
Nice.
I heard from some clients and one of my consultants that went last time. Apparently you do get some samples and maybe even some of the really, really kind of special or more high end. You get to have a little sample
nice.
of it. Yeah.
Good. All right. Good.
Okay. And then after experience that in Leon, then we come back to Gran Pacifica and have dinner again on that Wednesday.
Beautiful.
And we can move along to Thursday. It's already flying by.
The evening, the people get to do whatever they want, right? And
yes,
go to the restaurant,
absolutely.
bar, whatever. Nice.
Yes, absolutely. You can hang out there. I'm sure if I'm here, Brandon, some of our other, team members that are here, I'm sure they'll show you some of the, local areas at night as well. There's another restaurant right outside the gates. And so some nights, people will come together and join there. Sometimes they have a poker night. So if people are into poker, then they could jump in and participate in one of the poker games. So we're known to have, like I said, we've had karaoke, we've had other fun things, depending on the days of the week.
Very good. Maybe a little Leslie Lawrence karaoke one evening.
Hey, I'm all up for it. Trivia, karaoke, whatever it is, I'd be more than happy to jump in and play host. Right. Game nights. I love game nights.
Excellent. And now it's Thursday.
It is Thursday.
The week is
I can't believe
down,
it.
Unfortunately.
I know it's going way too fast. I'm already sad about it, Carter. Okay, we're going to get up and have breakfast. And then guess what? We are going to check out of Gran Pacifica. It's been a fabulous time here, but there are a few more fun things to explore in Nicaragua before you leave the country. So we're going to check out in the morning and we're going to depart to Masaya. So you're going to get to go see one of the volcanoes, which is awesome.
Nice.
It's an active volcano. It has a little museum. So you can go in, kind of tour through the museum. And it's actually a volcano that you can drive up to. So you're going to thank me for that. Now, so you'll get to drive.
Is this the one you did the toboggan down?
No, that's actually in Leon. That's a different one. That one you have to hike to the top. This one
we don't want that. We
don't
want that. No.
Not everybody wants to do that. I recognize that. But this one you're going to get to drive up and park, and then you're going to walk over. And this is the one where you can actually kind of look down into one of the craters. You can see the smoke coming up.
Wow.
And that time. Yeah, I have a really cool picture of myself where I'm kind of like leaning back and you can see the smoke kind of behind me in the crater. It's really cool. So yeah. And you can kind of explore that whole little area there at Masaya. And the museum's really interesting. You learn a lot of great facts when you're walking through the museum and things.
Fantastic.
Yep. So yeah, we do that. And this is actually one of my favorite things to do is the Masaya. And then we go over to an area called Catarina. And that's over in a different area, but there's like a crater lake. And so you're on the overlook of it and it's beautiful. And we'll have lunch overlooking that Crater Lake. So that'll be wonderful.
Beautiful.
Then guess what? We go to one of my favorite places. Then we head to Granada.
Oh, I knew we were going to go to Granada. I was waiting. I'm serious. I was waiting for Granada.
You know it. Of course, we're going to Granada. So we'll check in, have some time to get settled in Granada. It'll be right there at the central, park area. And then we'll have a fabulous dinner that night at one of the local places where you can have, I recommend getting the churrasco with the jalapeno sauce, but I'm sure I get that all the time when I go there, but it's called, I'm not probably saying it wrong. It's El Zacuan. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but just ignore me. But I will say, get the churrasco and you will thank me. It's fabulous.
So we're checking into a very nice hotel in Granada,
yes,
right?
Plaza de Colón, which is right there in the central park, the central square. You'll have views of the beautiful yellow cathedral.
Excellent. I was going to ask that. Good. Excellent. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Good.
I know. And then we're just moving right along. We're already to Friday. How is that possible?
I can't believe
and it's Friday the 13th, which 13 is my lucky number. So I love that it's a Friday the 13th.
That's right. I forgot. Wonderful. Good.
Yes.
Good. We'll finish on your lucky number.
I know. You have a nice breakfast there. So at the Plaza Colón, they have like a little garden area, and you have breakfast out there. It's lovely. And then we get to go and do the Las Isletas. You've heard me talk about the little islands in the lake. So you get to go on one of the boat tours. And guess what usually happens on the boat tour? You're probably going to hear some howler monkeys. You're probably going to go by Monkey Island. You're going to see all types of birds. Oh my goodness. I'm like the crazy person, like snapping pictures of 50,000 birds, and then I get my phone. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what any of these are, but they're beautiful and fun to watch. So you get to do that. And then we go on the chocolate making at there's a chocolate museum there, and you do this little tour. I've done it before. It's really cool. You get to learn a lot, and you get to sample some stuff there, which is
chocolate
fun.
Factory.
Yeah.
You're going to the Nicaraguan Willy Wonka. I don't even know what that would be. Raul something or the other. Yeah.
Well, it's just this little hole in the wall, but it's like a chocolate museum, and they, kind of show you how they make chocolate. And like I said, you get to sample. They have all these different things. Like there was something that was made with rum with the cacao, and then there was I'm not a coffee drinker, but something you would put in your coffee. So different things. And they did even a body or a facial scrub or something. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. The guy that does the tour is very interactive and entertaining. So I don't want to tell too much because I want it to be a surprise for people that come and do it. So I'm going to stop at that, but there's some really fun videos that come from the chocolate museum tour.
Fantastic. And then we head back to the airport.
Well, not quite yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, Porter.
Good.
We're getting close, but not yet. Then we're going to go back to Managua, and we're going to have dinner at another favorite of mine in Managua. It's called Porterhouse Steaks, and it is fabulous. Then we're going to have one more night stay at the Hyatt before we transport you on Saturday to the airport.
Wow. So everybody, folks, you are really taken care of here. I'm going to say it, folks, you're pampered. You are, am I right? Everybody's pampered. Not rushed, not hustled, pampered.
Yes.
Fantastic. What an incredible 7 days. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I think it's pretty amazing.
It's wonderful.
So I'm going to give you an email for people that have questions about it. Okay.
Yes.
So this is really important. It's events. So EVENTS events at ecidevelopment.com.
That's it.
That's it.
Events at ecidevelopment.com.
Yes.
And
they can just put in there that they want more information on the Nicaragua Discovery Tour in January, and we will get the agenda and all the information, answer any questions they have.
Fantastic. Folks, just say, Leslie, tell me more about the Discovery Tour. Gary's already got it up there for you, folks. It can't get simpler than that. I got to say it again. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. This is just like paradisical in Nicaragua.
I'm telling
Sun,
you,
fun
they'll
in the
have a
sun.
amazing time. I can assure them they're
Yeah,
going to love it. Just they're going to experience different parts of the country. They're going to get to see a little taste of, local life as well as resort life here at Gran Pacifica. And then some of the, experiences in the different areas like Granada and Masaya.
fantastic. And get to know the people who are just as warm and welcoming as anybody can possibly imagine. Am I right?
You're exactly right.
Exactly. All right, there you got it, folks. This Leslie, this is fantastic. Thank you. And I would advise people to get in early because there's got to be some limit. You can't take 1,000 people. So
Right. Yeah.
get in early, folks.
Space is limited. So that's why I wanted to kind of get this word out there for people so you could kind of have a head start in planning and getting more information. But definitely, we'll have some, I'm sure, later in the year. But this will be the first kickoff for January here in Nicaragua. And I'm already excited about it. Can't wait to see who's coming to visit.
And you know what? You're very good at conveying the excitement. It is just, it's perfect. And make sure to send me information so I can do a lot of mailings to people because I don't want Offshore Club members to miss out. It's excellent. And they get to meet you to top it all off. That's the icing on the cake, which is wonderful. All right. This is great.
Alrighty.
The Nicaragua Discovery Tour, events at ECI Development. Leslie, thank you. Thank you for cluing us in early at the Offshore Club. Excellent. There you go, folks. Fantastic. Don't miss it. I know, you know what? I have a feeling you were as excited as she's great at conveying excitement. And I have a feeling you were as excited as I was. I'll be there. I'm telling you, I'll be there. So you join me and obviously Leslie. And as I always tell you, let's do this thing.